Thanks for tuning in once again, Proline TV. I'm your host, Greg DePalma, being joined by our thoroughbred handicapper extraordinaire.
On occasion.
On occasion, Jon Hardoon. How's it going, John?
Good, Greg. How are you?
I'm doing good. Well, Jay Blitz thinks otherwise. Hey, guys, my profits are still way up because I follow your selections.
There you go. Listen, everyone has a bad week or day or whatever you want to say. And unfortunately, we picked the Derby to have a horrible day. But obviously, a lot of other people did because that horse paid $40-something. So not too many people had it.
Yeah, it's actually one of those things, too, where when you look at the horse, and again, this is what I have no problem looking back at it, and you got because you got to try to find reasons.
You're supposed to review after a race and see if you could figure out what happened and why it happened. So,
and the horse is a good closer. Whenever the horse won the first couple of times,
but the horse was slow. I mean, I don't know. Chief Wallaby, not to make excuses, but he did have a tough trip. He was flying in the stretch, and he totally got knocked off stride by the horse that finished third, the horse that's actually coming back on Saturday, and the horse that was a maiden. My head isn't working. Oselli was in the same race. He's coming out of the Derby. He finished third.
What was the number for Golden Tempo?
A 10 or an 11. Oh, the winner, he got a 10. That's all. It was one of the slower Derbies. That race, that Derby, and the Rich Strike Derby, the two slowest Derbies in the last 30 years.
Wow.
Yep.
Yeah, because Golden Tempo ran 12, 12, 12, and now 10, 10. And you'd go,
you needed a 5. People thought the Derby would be running a 5.
Yeah.
No.
There were a lot of good horses that were competitive to each other. We knew it wasn't like last year's race.
Right.
But we figured that there were a number of horses had an opportunity to have a good day, and it didn't happen. But that's the Derby. So there you go. What are you going to do? Move on. Okay. So we're going to do now we're not doing the Friday card because we looked over the Friday card and we're like, this is like I see cards like this on a Wednesday at Aqueduct.
Well, not that bad, but close to it. I'll give a pick, to be honest with you, in the Black Eyed Susan. I don't like the race. I actually like 2 horses in the race, and they're both drawn outside. The 9, AP's Girl, and the 10, My Miss Mo. I thought the race was between those 2 horses. I wanted to try to beat the favorite, the 7, Jumping the Gun, who was 3-1 on the morning line. Jumping the Gun, ran out Laurel last time out, but so did AP's Girl. I like the 2 bottom horses, 9 and 10, but I'm not recommending a bet on those. They're drawn outside, so it kind of evens the playing field a little bit. If I had to make a selection with a gun to my head, those would be the 2 horses I like. But I don't have to, but I just wanted to pass it along in case people were playing. And there is a Black Eyed Susan Preakness double, so
so that's the Black Eyed Susan?
Yeah.
Okay, 9 and 10.
Those are the 2 horses I like, correct.
Yeah, it was crazy. Just looking over
this race number 13 on Friday for people.
And that's supposed to be the Triple Crown of females.
Well, it's like, they have the Oaks on Derby Day. They have the Black Eyed Susan on Preakness Day, and I'm sure they have one of these on Belmont Stakes Friday before the Belmont Stakes as well.
Well, I guess it didn't work out. And look, even
Paul. I know who won we were talking before the show. The Chad Brown horse actually won the Oaks, if you remember, with Flavian Pratt. He came in, I think, with 2 lifetime starts.
Oh, that's right. Yes. Okay.
And she was the one that won.
Yep. Again, you have a situation where you've got a very inexperienced winner. I mean, there's nothing you can do about that. There's not a lot of data. And then the horse that won the Derby, we just talked about. There's nothing you can do about that either. Paul Rosati, this is the weakest looking Triple Crown race I can remember, but it won't keep me from taking a swing. Eager to hear your take, John. So,
well, I'll tell you one thing. You're right. Listen, the Derby came up as a slow race, and this race really comes up as a high profile allowance race at best, because these horses are really not fast. And but let's go through it. What makes this a good race is it's a great betting race.
Yes, it is.
Whoever they're going to make the favorites, I think, are no better than a lot of other horses in the race.
Yep. So that's the good thing. That's what we'll try to take advantage of, and we'll see if we can get that accomplished for everybody. Don't forget also to subscribe to the channel if you haven't done that already. That's the easiest way, so you'll always know whenever we have a show, because it doesn't look like, I haven't looked next week, but we have 2 weeks off, of course, before we get to the
3 weeks. 3 weeks.
Well, 2 weeks off, right?
Oh yeah, okay. Well,
So-
there are 3 weeks from the Preakness to the Belmont, which will be at Saratoga.
And we're back to the, it's still at Saratoga?
Yeah, this is the last year. The new Belmont Park is scheduled to open on September 18th. It's supposed to be an amazing plant that they built there, and let's see what happens.
Okay. When is that?
September 18th.
Oh, this year.
Saratoga.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that'll be, it's opening day of the meet?
It's opening day of the new Belmont Park. Let's
Is
see.
that going to be like a weekend, or?
It's probably, yeah, I would assume it's got to be a weekend.
I wonder if there'll be big races, probably, right?
For sure. It's gonna, they're going to make it a big deal. Hopefully they can stick the right, hopefully they stick to that date that they have. Supposedly they're doing everything they can to make sure it opens on time.
Are you going to go?
Yes, of course I'll go.
Great.
It's the end of Aqueduct. The last week in June, there will be no more Aqueduct after that. After all those years of racing there, they will close down. It's a sad day. It's kind of like Hollywood Park and like Arlington Park.
Aqueduct.
Yep.
Why?
Why what?
They're closing?
Yes, they're not going out of business. They're making it a big casino. They have a casino now, but they're going to make it a bigger casino, I guess.
Okay.
Instead of having 2 racetracks, they used to have Belmont and Aqueduct and Saratoga. Well, now we're going to be down to 2, just Belmont and Saratoga.
That's a shame.
It is a shame.
How long has Aqueduct been around for?
A long time. Long time.
You know who also passed away recently was the voice of, what was it? The guy who passed away, the Yankee announcer?
Oh, John Sterling.
Yes, who he did those horse racing shows. What was that show he used to do?
He did?
Yeah, back on.
I remember him doing the Atlanta Braves games and then the Yankees games.
Yeah, he did. He did the. That's how I knew him. I knew him growing up. My father used to drop me off at his sister's house on the weekends sometimes, and I'd be all alone in the bed with my little TV, and I used to hop on late at night. I used to watch like Star Trek. And
Sterling?
Yeah, horse racing from Yonkers. That's it. Horse racing from Yonkers with Jon Sterling, and I don't know who the other guy was.
No, I don't think he did. Did he do
He
that?
did. Yes.
Watched it, obviously. You know what you're talking about.
Yeah, he did some horse racing back then for a few years. So that's how I knew him. Yeah, so look at all sorts of crazy stuff happening in a negative way. And this week it's at Laurel. I didn't even realize that until 2 days ago. So
yeah, well, that's another thing that's unusual. Usually it's at Pimlico, but Pimlico is a pile of rubble. They're rebuilding Pimlico.
For how long?
I think it's 2 years.
So we're not going to get Pimlico, Belmont, and Churchill until like 3 more years.
Probably, unfortunately.
Jeez. Okay. Well, it could be worse because the whole thing when it was at Saratoga this year, I don't like the Saratoga versus Belmont thing. That's not good. And the other thing I don't like is, and these announcers are really pissing me off, and I think they've got an agreement or something because they don't have either that, they don't have balls or what. But I certainly wish someone would just when these races are over and you're talking to the trainer, just ask them a simple freaking question. Are you racing at the Preakness?
Why?
I want to know.
No one's giving you an answer. They're going to give you the standard answer. We have to see how the horse comes out of the race. And that, by the way, that's not baloney.
I know that, but you can't. But you have to ask. It's like they just stopped asking. They always used to ask it. Now they don't ask it anymore.
Well, they ask, well, what's next up for the horse? A lot of times.
That's fine.
Okay. Well.
Yeah, anything, but just not even asking them anything about the future of the horse. Makes no sense to me.
You can't ask. A guy pitches a complete game, comes out of the game. What's your next start?
Yeah, well, what's the Triple Crown?
Okay, but
It's everybody wants to know that.
Everyone knows the answer. If the horse is okay, he'll run back.
And again, no Triple Crown, so that's a
big
bummer.
deal. We had two. Everyone's going crazy. Move the dates back. Move the dates back.
No, you can't do that.
Don't do that, please.
No. That's what makes it special.
That's what makes the Triple Crown supposed to be hard.
Yes.
It's not supposed to be easy.
Yes.
They don't hit a home run for 3 weeks. What are you going to do? Move the fences in?
They probably would.
Well, guess what? We've had 2 Triple Crowns in the last 11 years, so it's
nothing wrong with that. Yeah,
exactly.
That's right. All right, so we've got Laurel. Let me pop up the
8th race at Laurel. 6
entries.
furlongs. This is a sprint race. Pretty good race.
Yeah, good horses in this. I was surprised. I was like, wow, look at all these horses.
What do you mean? They have like 6 or 7 stake races. They should be good horses.
But unfortunately, they're not as good as this field. That's why I was surprised that this one is better than all the other horses we see out there, which is why we took it. So this is a 6 furlong race that'll go off about close to 2:45 on Saturday. And the morning line favorite is the 4, a 7-2 shot, Haley's First Notion. So let's go through the field here. And the 1 is Bring the Smoke. And this is Gaff Leone on board. And this horse has done nothing wrong. 16, 11, and 9. Maybe a little bit slow. But again, 10-1 is the number. And the last 2 races on Lasix.
And last time he made his first start for this trainer, Whitworth Beckman, who's actually a young trainer. He's off to a terrific start. Blinkers come off of this horse. I gave the horse a 9, but unfortunately, you're going to need more than a 9. He only has 3 lifetime starts. You would have to make a forward move.
Yeah, a little unlikely, but not the worst idea for a long shot. Again, he's improving each race. The 2 is Faster Gator, and this is one of my picks. Faster Gator gets Red Ortiz Jr., so that's an upgrade. First race this year, so that's definitely the big mystery. But this horse has really started to pick things up over the last few races. A 9 in October, a 7 in November, back-to-back wins. One was on Lasix, and one wasn't. And that's the other thing, John. I was when I was going through this field, one of the reasons I like the 2 is because a lot of these horses don't have wins off of Lasix. And this is one of the horses that does. Not just a win, but, some of these have actually had, good wins off of Lasix. Plus the horse is 2 for 2 at Laurel.
Well, everything you're saying is true. The reason that I am not a fan of the horse is because he's going to be a lot shorter than 9-2. Irad Ortiz is climbing aboard for the first time. He is coming off of a layoff. He's been away for almost 7 months. It's an interesting spot to bring a horse back in a stake race like this that you would have figured they would have tried to give him a race somewhere before, but they didn't. So for that reason, I don't think there's value in using this horse. If you like the horse like you do, I can't argue with you. He certainly has a chance.
And the other thing too is that none of these horses, or at least I don't have everything. I only have the last 10 races, but I don't have none of these horses riding in graded stakes races before. Well, so that's interesting. And yet there are some good times on these horses. These are good horses. All right, next up is Faust. An 8-1 shot. Jose Ortiz is on board. Asmussen horse has only won 3 out of 16. Been on Lasix an awfully long time. But the numbers recently have been pretty strong. 7, 5, and 7 in his last 3 races. What about Faust?
Well, if I really get the 8-1 or close to it, I'll take anything at 5-1 or more on this horse. This will be my top selection. I love the rider switch. Take nothing away from Eric Asmussen, son of Steve Asmussen, who's been riding the horse at Oaklawn. I mean, he's getting Jose Ortiz now. That's got to be worth a couple of lengths. And the horse has gotten good this year. 7, 5, 7 in his last 3 starts. The 15 first out this year was going long. If you look last year, the worst race he ran last year was Churchill when he won a mile. He ran a 16. So I think he's a better horse this year. I think he has a shot to run the 5, and 8-1, more than fair. That's the horse I'll go down with.
Okay, Faust, the 3 horse. Next up is the 4. As I mentioned, this is the morning line favorite. Haley's First Notion, a 7-2 shot. And you can see why. If you take a look at the numbers, she has a 6 in April, a 6 in June, a 6 in September, and a 5 in May. What you also notice is every time he runs one of those numbers, he does bounce a little bit, not a lot, but a little bit. Trainer's having a tremendous meet, and the horse is in the money 8 out of 9 times at Laurel with 4 wins, 11 out of 12 in the money in his career. Lots of Lasix again in this horse. And this horse is always a heavy favorite, no matter where he races. But I don't know, he'll be that type of a heavy favorite on Saturday. What about Haley's First Notion?
Well, you said it as you were giving your spiel on the horse. He never puts 2 races together. Go back last year, 6-8, 6-10, 6-8. And what's even worse in this situation is he usually has more time. He's coming back on just 14 days or 15 days. He's got to go backwards. He's coming off of Lasix. 2 starts back, he ran the 8 when he came off of Lasix, off of the 6.
Why do you think, third? Yeah.
I don't care where he finished. I care about the number he ran. But why do you think he's going to run off the 5 this time? And he's going to take money because of all the things you said. He's 6 for 12 lifetime. He's got 8 out of 9 actually in the money at Laurel. If I'm keying a horse like the 3 who's 8-1, well, I'll include this horse in exactas, but I would never key off of this horse, and he will be the favorite, I should say.
Yeah, I don't think I've done a race with Gary Capuano, or at least it's been a while.
Yeah. Well, he's a trainer from out there, so
All right. Next up is Floodlights, a 4-1 shot. Velazquez jumping on board for the second straight time after a win last time out. This horse has run 3 straight 9s, all wins, all on Lasix.
Yeah, he's a little slower and he's short. He's 4-1. Wesley Ward gets bet wherever he runs his horses. This horse is going to get bet as well.
No value.
No value, exactly. He's not fast enough. He's going to need a 7 or better. He's never run better than a 9. He has a shot to make a forward move, but I don't want him at 4-1.
Agreed. Celtic Contender. Now, Celtic Contender is basically a horse that's run a lot of 8, 10s, and 12s up until March, when out of absolutely nowhere, he ran a 3. You did it on Lasix, and he's now ready to come back again in about, 5 weeks following a 3.
Yeah, it's just too big a number, I think. I have a feeling the day that he ran that 3, the track was playing real fast, and it was somewhat of a conveyor belt. I went back and I looked at the charts, and most of the winners that day did go wire to wire, and I'm playing against this horse off of a 3.
Absolutely. Yeah, that's a 5-point new top, I believe.
Yeah, I mean, he does have time, so that's good, but it's just too big of a race. Even last year when he ran the 8, he had even more time, and he bounced to the 10, if you look.
Yep.
So why is he going to run this week?
Okay, next up is the 7, Him. And I like this horse as a long shot. I want to put this horse in my exotics. We've got a 12-1 number. The last 5 races, the horse has gone 16, 14, 11, 8, and 6. All, and I don't think this is a coincidence, it's all been at 6 furlongs. So I love the fact that he's trending in the right direction just about the time when he switched to going 6 furlongs in every race. Now, most of it's been on Lasix, but I'm getting 12-1. So I think because of that, I think, at least for me, I think it's a must play.
Yeah, I would use him defensively in exactas. Again, he's coming off of Lasix. Last year when he came off of Lasix, he ran the 14 at the end of the year in December. That race was without Lasix. The only reason I'm using him, and it's a good reason, he's 12-1. So
yes,
we look for value, and I have no problem using this horse at the price.
Okay, next up is Slam Notion, and this is the other horse that I'm considering for the top spot. This horse is coming off an 11, so that's his worst race since May. But in between, he's run a 5, a 6, 2 7s, and a 9. He also won his last 2 races off of Lasix when he ran a 6 and a 9 at Laurel. So yeah, look, I don't like the 5-1, but I like the fact that he's heavily raced at the track. And like I said, he's been able to win off of Lasix. So yeah, so besides the number, he's definitely in consideration.
Yeah, I have no knocks on this horse except for the price, just like you.
And then the 9 is SS Sinatra, a 30-1 long shot coming off a 8. Now, we ran a 9 in August, hasn't come back to single digits until the 8 in March.
Yeah, well, you can't use them all. Again, he did run an 8 last time out, but most of his numbers are double digits. Every now and then, like last time, he'll pop a single digit when he ran the 8. He ran it last year. He had, out of all those races he had, I believe he had 3 single digits, and now he's a year older. And he never put 2 single digits together. 30-1, I get. So again, I will never knock anyone looking for a price play. The horse did finish 12 out of 15 times in the money at Laurel. So all that being said, I'm not using him.
John, you're going to go with the 3.
I am going with the 3 Faust. Let's use exactas with the 6, 7, and 8. 3 with the 6, 7, and 8. Come back, reverse them as well. You could make a win and place bet on the 3 anywhere over the price of 5-1.
Okay, and we've got the same numbers, just a little bit different order. I'm going to go with the 2 over the 3, 7, and 8. The 2 over the 3, 7, and 8. The only difference is you have the 6.
I have
the 2.
I have no 2s. Okay.
All right. So there you go. That is the Maryland Sprint Stakes 3-year-old race, purse 150,000, close to 2/4 to 3 on Saturday. Now let's get to Preakness entries in. And again, this is a good betting race. So there's that. And the weather's going to be fine. So that's good. All right. Yep. So here we go. Lot and big field too, which makes it a good betting race. Part of it.
A 14-horse field. That's the most they could run in the Preakness. So all 14 are going as of now.
Let's see. Temple Bailey wants to know. Can you read that, John?
No, I'm sorry.
Will you be in the New Manhattan room?
Oh, at Belmont. At Belmont?
I guess.
Yeah, I think the New Manhattan room is going to be at Belmont. Well, I would assume I'll be there sometime.
What is that, like a place where people go to mingle?
If you have horses running, it's a restaurant at Belmont.
Okay. All right. So anyway, mile and 3/16, and the race will go off at right about 7 o'clock on Saturday. And the morning line favorite.
By the way, the 8th race is going off at what time? You said 3 o'clock. So they're
2/4 to 3.
So they're going to wait 4 hours to run the net.
What's that?
Between the 8th and 13th.
5 races in 4 hours. Yeah.
And they're starting like 10:30 in the morning. So bring your lunch, bring your breakfast, dinner, and a snack in between.
Yeah. I mean, imagine you lose a race and you got to wait an hour.
Yeah,
God damn it. I got to wait a fucking hour to get another bet. All right. Let's see. Now, the interesting thing about this was, like you said before, I mean, the morning line favorites, the 9 at 9-2, but then 3 other horses, the 1, 6, and 12 are 5-1. So it's anybody's guess who's going to end up as the favorite come post time. And of course, with the way the system's run, even though there's going to be a lot
I'll tell you who I think the favorite's going to be. I think the favorite is going to be Taj Mahal, the horse breaking from the rail. He's 3-3 at Laurel. Brittany Russell's probably the leading trainer there, and her husband rides. But all that being said, I mean, I would use this horse because I'm keying a 15-1 shot, but I wouldn't be leaning on this horse as my key.
Okay. Well, let's go through the field, starting with Taj Mahal. And again, 5-1. And if you take a look here, obviously the 3 wins all at Laurel. That's good. 11, 14, 11, though. That's nothing special.
He would have to run a new top. You're going to need better than 11 to win.
You would think so. Yeah.
And he is coming back close. The last time he ran the 11, he bounced to a 14. That was a sloppy track, so maybe that's why, but he did win that race. Again, he is 3 for 3. He was an impressive winner last time out, but I'm not sold on this horse at a short price.
Okay. The 2 is Ocelli. And look, any of those horses in the Wood Memorial we were not excited about. And Oselli ended up finishing third in the Derby, which
at 70-1. He's still a maiden. He's never won a race. But
he ran at 10 in that race.
To win $600,000 in purse money. That's pretty good for never winning a race.
Yeah, absolutely. In his last 3 races, he's gone 15, 12, and 10. So what about 6-1 on Oselli?
Yeah, the thing Oselli has going for him is there's a lot of speed in this race. Taj Mahal needs the lead. Cruppard goes to the lead. Chip Honcho goes to the lead. Napoleon Solo goes to the lead. So there's a lot of speed in the race, so that will help this horse, and he is at least breaking from an inside post. I think he'll go off longer than the 6-1. Again, I'm keying a big price horse, so I could throw in as many horses as I want.
You mentioned 3, and that's Kruper. Kruper is a long shot who actually, even though Kruper's slow, I don't know, maybe the next race is the race to keep an eye on him, because if you take out that one bad race he had in February when he was making a run, he's been getting better in every race.
But you're going to need an 8.
Yeah, that's why I said it's probably the next race.
Yeah, okay.
If he keeps this up, like if he runs at 12 or at 10 or something like that.
If. But go ahead.
That's true. 30-1. He won his last race off of Lasix, and there you go. Okay, the 4 is Robusta, and boy, have things changed for Robusta over a few races.
He was doing so nice, 12, 10, 9, and then boom, boom. He got hit with a left and a right, and he looks like he's off form. He ran in the Derby, by the way. This is another one coming back on 2 weeks.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense for a horse that runs every month to, after what happened in the Santa Anita Derby, followed by the Kentucky Derby, why you would race this horse again so quick.
Yeah, and Doug O'Neill's a sharp guy. He knows what he's doing. He's a great trainer, and I like him personally, but I don't like this move.
This horse has been except for the Santa Anita Derby, this horse has been a heavy dog. 24-1 was the smallest odds.
He got beat 67-1 3 races back when he ran that 9 by So Happy. Oh, no, by Potente. I'm sorry. Potente.
That's right. That's the race he got beat, and he probably could have won, should have won.
It's like they broke his heart that day or something, because he just hasn't been the same since.
All right. 5 is Talking. Rad Ortiz Jr. on board at 20-1, only 1 win out of 5. That was his maiden to begin things with a 13. Unfortunately, he has not gotten better than the 13. He's duplicated that number twice in his other 4 races.
Ryder switched to Irad Ortiz, but he's going to need more than Irad Ortiz.
Then we've got the 6, Chip Honcho. And look, Chip Honcho did not fare well in the Louisiana Derby. That was a big disappointment. But the number is still there besides that race. A couple of 14s, a 12, 11, and an 8. I'm sure that was a big reason why you liked him in that race. So
we liked him by the way, we liked him when he ran the 8 also, and he happened to finish second that day at a big price. If you remember 2 starts back, I think it was 7 or 8-1.
Yes.
Palladium beat him that day. He bounced last time out. I guess he has a shot to make a forward move. He's not impossible.
Okay. Next up is the 7, The Hell We Did, and this is going to be your pick.
How do you know?
Well, 2 reasons. 1, I have my note here that says very good value. Okay. Number 2, because you just mentioned a couple of times about the number that you were going with.
Well, everybody remembers a horse that we used to discuss on the show a few years back named Senor Buscador.
Ah, yes.
And this is Senor Buscador's little brother.
Really?
Yes. So last time out was the first time he went long when he ran the 11. Prior to that, he had 3 races sprinting. The 3-point bounce off the 8 without Lasix at Keeneland that day, I think, is very strong. He had every right to run a 14 or a 15. He ran the 11. They passed the Derby. I don't know. They probably didn't have enough points to run in the Derby, but even if they did, this is a smart move. I think this horse has a shot to run the 8. He's a closer in a race full of speed. He's 15-1 on the morning line. Louis Saez sticks with him. What's wrong with him?
I don't see much.
Okay. He's faster than the 1. He's faster than the 2. He's as fast as the 6 is. The only difference is he's 3 times the price of Chip Honcho. So,
yep. Again, yes. Excellent. Well, hopefully we get 15-1. That'd be nice.
You'll get a price, that's for
Yep,
sure.
that's right. All right, there you go. The hell we did. Coming off an 11, which, by the way, could have constituted a bounce, right?
Right.
Yeah. So,
and the 11 was without Lasix, and again, he Senor Buscador's brother, so you know the breeding is there. And Senor Buscador ran well around 2 turns, as we all remember as well.
All right, the hell we did. That's the 7. Next up is the 8, Bull by the Horns, a 30-1 long shot that is just too slow.
Doesn't belong here.
The 9 is Iron Honor, and this is the one of the favorite. No, this is the Morning Line favorite.
Yeah,
by a whisker. The Brown and Pratt combo. Pratt will be on board for the first time. Starts off with a very impressive 8 in December. Comes back with a 10 in the Gotham win, but then loses disappointing big time as the favorite in the Wood Memorial, running a 13. So it's going backwards, which is not what you want to see. So how do you make for this horse?
Well, I don't see him running better than a 10 at best, and he's not long enough. I mean, again, you're king of 15-1 shot. You could throw in whoever the hell you want with him. And it is Pratt, first time Pratt for Chad Brown, so that counts for something. But he's not going to be much value. He will be the favorite or the second choice, no question about it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a weird line. And again, to run 7th in that crappy Wood Memorial Stake, pre-Derby race.
He was breaking from the 12 post that day. He didn't have much of an excuse, I'll tell you that much. The blinkers come off, so that's a little interesting. Chad Brown obviously knows what he's doing, but there's no value to me using that horse.
Okay, the 10 is Napoleon Solo. And Chad's horse got off to a great start with the win in the Grade 1 Champagne in October, running a 9. But since then, he's got a 12 in the Fountain of Youth and a 15 in the Wood.
So here's the problem with this horse. Listen, running a 9 as a 2-year-old is a big number. It's a big number, and it's a good race, back on October 4th. The problem is the 9 that he ran was around 1 turn. That's 1 turn at Aqueduct, not 2 turns. It's 1 turn. I don't think this horse wants any part of the distance. What else is wrong with this horse is the 12 first back this year at Gulfstream was okay, but the last race is a terrible number. If he was a serious horse, he would have run a 10 or better. He ran a 15. So off the 12, he bounced to a 15. I don't think he's the same horse he was as a 2-year-old. If he could turn things around, okay. But again, his biggest problem, in my opinion, is the distance. I don't think he wants 2 turns. He's a lot better horse around 1 turn.
Yeah, I mean, he had the lead in the last race until I guess he had to turn.
The top of the stretch. Exactly.
And I crashed. All right, so not going good there for Napoleon Solo. Maybe that'll be the next step, is go to sprinting. Okay, next up is Corona d'Oro, a long shot at 30-1. Velasquez jumps on board for the first time. Broke his maiden with a 9 in March. Came back in the Grade 3 Lexington with a 12, and it wasn't really any reason to bounce to a 12 because it was only a 1-point new top because everything was going good for the horse. 21, 16, 10, 9, bounces to a 12, but then here's the deal. If it's sort of like we just talked about with Chip Poncho is, okay, it didn't work out for him, but I'm getting 30-1 here when everything was going well for this horse except for the last race.
I was so close to making this horse my top pick because I was hypnotized by the 30-1.
Yes.
I mean, that's a crazy price on this horse. I don't know if you'll really get it. He went off in the Lexington at 3-1 the week before that at Fairgrounds. Well, that was the day broke his maiden. He was 60 cents to $1. This horse you must use at the price. He's got number power. He has a 9, 2 starts back. Not many horses can say that. Again, I would certainly have no problem if someone wanted to fool around. Go small. The horse is going to be a big price. Bet him across the board. I was between the 7 and 11, and with the breeding and everything else, I ended up on the 7. I just think the 7's going to get a better trip in here. But again, I could certainly see making a case for this horse.
Yeah, the only thing that sticks out, and again, it's a little bit of a deal, and that is the 2 best races were on Lasix. but at least he did run it.
He may have been getting better anyway.
Yeah.
Listen, if you run a 12 off of the 9,
Yeah.
that's not. If he ran a 15 or 16, I would say, yeah, he needed the Lasix.
Yeah.
But that's not the case.
Mm-hmm. And again, it's 30
to 1.
Yes. All right. The 12 is Incredibolt. And oh, here it is. Mr. Mudra says Incredibolt owns this bunch. We'll see if you're writing, Mr. Mudra. So Incredibolt at 5-1, 12 post, has never run better than a 12. He's got 2 12s coming off a 13 in the Kentucky Derby, won the Virginia Derby and the Grade 3 Street Sense, and that was at Churchill in October.
Okay, so the problem with Incredibolt is he's really not getting better. He ran a 12 as a 2-year-old back in Churchill back in October, and he came out this year. The 24, you want to excuse it, was his first race, fine. Then he ran a 12, and last time out in the Derby, he only ran a 13. So he actually ran 3 points slower than Oselli, the 2-horse. But what he has going for him is, this again is one of the few closes in the race that's filled with speed. But the reason that I'm against this horse is because of the price.
5-1.
Only
yes.
5-1.
Yeah.
We look at numbers, Greg. You're looking at the sheets. I'm looking at the sheets. We're betting off of numbers. He's not fast enough off of the figures. Maybe down the road he'll be fast enough. But at this point, to bet this horse at 5, listen, Saturday he could come and run at 10 and win. Who knows?
Sure.
But there's no value in playing this horse at 5-1. Again, you like the horse, fine. I respect your opinion. You want to play him. I just don't think you're getting any sort of edge playing this horse at a short price.
And since he's at the 12 spot and he doesn't have like a superstar trainer or rider
well, he's Bill Mott's son.
Oh, I said superstar.
So
it's the wrong Mott, but
the bloodlines are there, and he's certainly bred to be.
My point was going to be is that because of that, maybe there's a chance that his odds will get better by Saturday.
Maybe, but everyone knows Riley Mott is Bill Mott's son.
Sure, but he still hasn't done anything yet.
At the track because of his father last year passing up with Sovereignty, passing the Preakness. So they're probably not fans of the Mott family. But you want to bet the horse? Go ahead. There's no value in playing him.
And again, so my point is that if for some reason the odds do go up, then I'm definitely going to consider him, but not at 5-1.
Okay, he'd have to go up to 10 or 15-1. I don't think you're going to see that, but maybe.
You never know.
Yeah.
Okay. Great White is the 13 at 15-1. He came off a 21 in the Bluegrass.
This horse was scratched at the gate in the Kentucky Derby 2 weeks ago when he flipped behind the gate.
Oh, this is that horse. Okay.
He decided to sit down, and once you sit down, you're in an automatic scratch. But going into that race, he had no chance. He had a 21 on the dirt. His good race was 2 starts back on synthetic. And this horse has 0 chance. He had 0 chance in the Derby, and he's got 0 chance on Saturday.
14 is, I guess I should move this into the
Pretty Boy Mia.
Pretty Boy Mia is coming off back-to-back wins off of Lasix, and he's got 2 12s in those spots. That's his best.
But he's never been 2 turns. The mile race that he ran last time at Aqueduct was around 1 turn. You know, he's 2 for 4 lifetime, but he's up against it, breaking from the 14 post. Never been 2 turns. I don't think so.
All right, so there is the big field there. John is going with the 7. The hell we did. Who else is on your board?
Exact is over the 1. The 2, the 1 is Taj Mahal. The 2 is Oselli. The 9 is Iron Honor, and the 11 for sure Corona d'Oro. 7 over 1, 2, 9, 11.
And I am going to take Chip Honcho, the 6, and I'm going to take him over the 7 and over the – where did I have it? Over the 11.
Yeah, okay, good.
Yeah.
All right. I like that.
Wanted to make sure I got my value horses in there.
Well,
so
the name of the game.
Absolutely. So that is it. And again, I haven't checked yet regarding look at John Moeller is going all in on Corona d'Oro.
There you go.
So make sure, I'm sure he's going to, if Corona d'Oro wins, well, he may not be able to check in with us in a couple of weeks if Corona d'Oro wins because he'll be on a trip.
He'll be on the cruise somewhere.
Yeah. But we'll be back at some point in the next couple of weeks. We just don't know what the schedule looks like, but I'll try to look at it when I let you go, John. And then I know for sure, of course, we will be here to preview I guess they're calling it the Belmont Stakes.
The Belmont Stakes at
Saratoga.
I'm sure we'll do it. I mean, that's 3 weeks away.
We'll be on either next week or the week after or both. But I'll see if I can. Yeah, I'll check out the schedule when I say goodbye to you, and I can come up with some ideas.
All right, guys. Stay safe and be well, everybody. Thank you all for tuning in. Greg, I will talk to you soon. Stay safe and be well, my friend.
Thanks, John. All right, so let me see if I could pop up now let's see, where do we have it? Let's go to the schedule. Yes, this is everything I save. Okay, where are we? There we go. Okay, so let's go to, where are we? 23rd. There we go. All right, so next Saturday, do we have any graded stakes races? It looks like not. That's a bummer. So there are no graded stakes races next Saturday. All right, let's take a look at the following Saturday, 30th. There we go. We got a grade 3 and a grade 2. We got a bunch of graded stakes races at Kentucky, at Churchill. Okay, so Santa Anita's got a grade 2, the Santa Margarita. So there you go. We'll be off next week. We'll come back in 2 weeks when we have these races, the Santa Anita graded stakes race, and what is there, 5 graded stakes races at Churchill? More than enough races for us to choose from. And then, of course, we've got the Preakness after that. And let's see what's after the Preakness. Let's see here. Well, wait a second. Okay, that's not the Preakness, the Belmont Stakes at Saratoga. Wow, look at all these races at Saratoga that day. Look at all these grade 1s. Holy mackerel. Wow, we're going to have a bunch of races to choose from. You got the Belmont, depending on what happens between now and then, the Belmont Stakes might not even be the best race that day. The Metropolitan Handicap is huge. The Manhattan. Lots of good racing at Saratoga that day. Okay, very good. Now, what's after that? The 13th. Oh, Monmouth. A couple of grade 3 stakes races and Santa Anita. So that's good. So it looks like, and then what's after that? 20th. 1. Yeah. So if I had to guess right now, I would guess off next week, on, off. 3 straight weeks on, and then another off. Because there's just one graded stakes race on the 20th. Okay. Anyway, so that's okay. That's good. So that means it looks like we're going to be off next week. And John already left Temple Bailey, but you know what he looks like. So the best thing to do is to remind him as we get closer to whenever that's going to be open, so you can find out when he's going to be there. All right. Let's recount the picks here. So John in the Maryland Sprint is going to go 3 over 6, 7, 8. So John is taking Faust 7, 5, 7 in his last 3 races. Back-to-back wins. Been on Lasix for a very long time. He's got only 3 wins out of 16. So John is going to go with a horse with, let's see what his winning percentage is. It's got to be pretty bad. Let's see. 3, 5%. That's pretty bad. Can't be that low. Is that what that is? Wow. That's pretty bad. What is it? 3 out of 16? Yeah. That's pretty bad. That's even better if he wins. All right. So John's going 3 over 6, 7, 8. Jose Ortiz upgrade in that one. I'm going 2 over 3, 7, 8. I'm going to go with Faster Gator. I wrote Ortiz Jr. on board. 2 for 2 at Laurel, coming off a 9 and a 7 in his last 2 races. In the Preakness, John's going to take the 7. The hell we did. 19, 13 last year, 8 and 11 this year. Fincher training over 1, 2, 9, and 11. 1, 2, 9, and 11. Boy, wouldn't 7 and 11 be an excellent exacta? That's what we want, right? We want 7, 11, 11, 7. That'd be great. And I'm going with the 6 over the 7 and 11. Okay, so we'll see everybody in a couple of weeks. Thanks for all of the comments, all the questions, everything like that. That's what we strive for here. Build a nice little horse racing community whenever we're around. And we thank you very much. This also is a big reason that we can keep Jon motivated as he starts to get to a point in his career, which he's also already talked about, that he's going to be retiring at some point. So we'll do our best, even if he does retire. I told Jon that even if you do retire, you're going to have to keep yourself busy. You're not going to just, leave the sport altogether. Of course, he's going to be doing some of his own, being an owner and all that kind of stuff. I get that, but he's got to stay open to the public a little bit. And he doesn't need all those other radio guest appearances. This is the one. He'll be on one repeated podcast when that time comes, when he retires. And this will be it. All right, everybody. Best of luck over the weekend. Sorry there wasn't anything on Friday, but again, the card is just awful. And we'll see everybody. Oh, don't forget to look into the description area of this video. You click probably, if you haven't seen it before, it's where you see more at the end of the description. Just click that. Box opens up. And you got all sorts of links there that you can check out. You can check out how to order the sheets for the races we talk about, how to order them for anything you want, how to check out Jon's website. You can click one of the links there. It goes to his website, follow on social media, all that kind of good stuff, including if you like football, you can check out links in the description of the video. Shows you which football site I broadcast from. And I do all sorts of NFL and college football interviews. I did 2 earlier today, constantly talking about what's going on in college football and the NFL. Same thing with, I've got another channel as well, another football channel there. So, and for anybody that's watching in New York, I have a Jets channel I just started. So if you happen to be a Jet fan, and trust me, I know the pain, you could check that out. All right, that's it. Thanks a lot, everybody. Have a great weekend. We'll see you next time.